Hi, we're going to have a go at a simple warm-up exercise, and it can kind of be a cool-down exercise as well. It's called dynamic flexibility, and it's a leg rising exercise. This is a technique or a combination of techniques I recommend for anybody that's looking to improve their flexibility and their mobility in joint hips and knee hips and so on, and in their lower back, strengthen the lower back. It works really well for too. So this is hopefully something suitable for beginners, intermediate and higher levels, and I hope you enjoy this. This is called leg rising, dynamic flexibility, and I'm going to show you 3 routines. We're going to do a front raise, a side raise and a back raise, and this will also hopefully develop the flexibility for all the kicks we do within martial arts. The first one, and incidentally we need a little bit of a help here. This is something which hopefully you've got in your house. It's a standard chair, nice and solid, something you can hold on to. Obviously I'm demonstrating within my lounge, so but you might find holding on to the banister, obviously make sure you're safe, or maybe a side of a kitchen surface, something like that would work as well. We're going to start nice and gently. We do sets of 6, and we can do up to 6 sets of 6 with each kick. Now as you get more skilled, you'll probably find you may need down to sort of maybe 3 sets of 6 on each leg. Maybe you'll even come down to 2 or 1. But let's start nice and gently. Let me just show you. I don't want to go through the whole routine because we'll probably be a long time doing this, and I don't want to waste too much viewing time where you could be learning instead of just practicing. I want you practicing in your own time. So this is the first one. Now we do this in class sometimes. We hold on to the person's shoulder. You may have already done this. What we do from here is we're going to do, and make sure you've got plenty of room, so adjust your chair, just make sure you're nice and safe. We're going to do a basic front raise. This is for things like your front kick, your front raising kick, your knee kick, your inwards crescent, outwards crescent, axe kick techniques. So just make sure you can see where both feet now are stood side by side. Normally I've got a nice distance from the chair here, so I can show you from the side there, see how it looks. This is how it's going to look from here, and I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to raise that middle leg up like so. Okay? Now you can go as high as comfortable for you. I'm going to show you from the side for demonstration purposes. Make sure you've got plenty of room. So again, from the middle here, I'm going to take a bit of a step back from that position there. So it's a leg between the standing leg and the chair that's going to do the raise. So what we're going to do from here, nice and gently to start with, more experienced, more flexible students obviously can go higher, but we're going to basically pull the toes back towards us, not relax the foot back, keep the leg straight, and keep the standing foot on the ground. So there's actually a basic rule for all the raises that we do. Both legs remain straight and both feet should be pulled back with the toes. Standing foot is flat on the ground. So from that position there we step back and we're just going to do a nice raise. And I'm not holding on hard to here, it's just an extra bit of support so I don't wobble. You can actually do this without holding onto the chair, but I do recommend holding onto the chair. Don't kick the chair, not a good thing to do. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to do 6 raises. Now you can see I've started nice and gently, and each time I'm stepping back. You don't need to be in a guard position, stay relaxed. Try and keep your body upright. You see a lot of students bending their body. So we're just going to raise up and down, so it's nice and straight. Now look how high I'm going, look how fast I'm going. I'm building up speed a little bit on each raise, and I'm building up height, but I want you never to go at full speed, full height, or what you think is your highest position, because if you do, the muscles can lock into that position. It's called a memory lock or a muscle lock or a muscle memory lock, and it will stay in that position, and every time you practice you're going to struggle to get past that position. So try to make sure you only ever reach about sort of 90% maximum. So slow your speed down a little bit, use it as a more relaxing warm-up, cool-down exercise and a basic stretch than really trying to force the leg up there, okay? So once we've done those, we're going to spin around, again starting with both feet in the middle, step back on that leg, and again we're going to keep a nice straight leg, keep your body upright. Now you may not be very flexible, you may just find you start a bit lower. If you're more flexible, you can go higher, but just keep your back up nice and straight. You can see I'm stepping back, and we do 6 on each leg. Now I'm not looking to try and reach my highest position, that 90% I asked you to raise to, as a max on the first set of 6, particularly if you're new to this. So I want you to come back, and I want you now to just try it again. Then hopefully as you start to get better with technique, you're going to start to go a little bit quicker, and you'll start to go a little bit higher. But don't feel any discomfort. You shouldn't be losing your balance. Obviously, as I said, don't kick the chair. So we're going to do 6 left and right. That's a front raise. Both legs straight if you can. Try to avoid doing this, where you come up onto the ball of the foot and the knee bends. And then we keep you doing 6 on the left, 6 on the right. Then we do another set. Again, depending on your flexibility, and as long as you don't feel too exhausted, try up to 6 sets of 6 on each side. Certainly, I would say for intermediate level students, you might try 3 to 4. And for more higher grades, black belts and above, you should be pretty flexible already, or certainly you should get your flexibility level up to a good level very quickly once you get warm. So you might find you only need perhaps even just 1 or 2 raises to get you up to about your 80-90% max that I have asked you to raise to. So that's a front raise, and hopefully that was useful. Let's now have a look at the back raise. So let's have a look at the back raise. Now this is suitable for things like side kick, back kick, hook kick, spinning hook kick, any of those sort of kicks. So what we're going to do from here is I'm going to turn this now. In fact, no, we'll go from there. We should be able to see it clearly from there. So again, same position as we did for the front raise. Here's the front raise. If you haven't yet seen that video, go back and have a look at that one. Same position from here, but what we do is we're going to raise up slightly, and then I'm going to take it back behind me. I'm going to lean back into what looks like a sort of side kick, back kick position. You can let this shoulder go down. So again, we raise up slightly, and we raise up. Just make sure there's nothing to hit there for safety, of course. Okay, so from there, we raise up, and we're just going to start nice and relaxed, and we're going to swing up. Again, remember, start low, start slow, and build yourself up. Again, lean back with this shoulder, take the shoulder back. Okay, so we're going to do, that's how we do the side raise. I'm going to make sure we do 6 in a set. We're going to do 6 on the left and 6 on the right. And again, lower grades, you might find you want to do maybe 4 sets of those, maybe even 5, even up to 6. You shouldn't need to do more than 6. And just remember the rules we taught with the front raise, only ever reaching about 90% absolute max of your speed and power going out. Don't ever really force it up there to what you think is the maximum limit. This is really designed as a warm-up and a cool-down than it is to really develop into massive flexibility. But it will help enormously with getting you warmed up quicker, kicking higher, kicking faster, and kicking safer, because the joints will be warmed up much quicker. So let's have a look at that again. So we're from here, this position here, feet remain in the middle, same as we did for our front raise here. But simply what we do from here is we take a slight raise up, so we're not stepping back first, feet together, we raise up, we then lean back. This foot hasn't moved, and we're going to raise up to the side like so. So we lean back. Now if you'd like to, you can hold on. Let me show you how it looks from this position. You can hold on with both hands if you wish, if you feel more comfortable. You go back. Other grades, you might just find it nice and easy just to use this as an additional support. Look how that shoulder drops down into that basic side kick, back kick raise. Okay? So that's how you do your front, and that's how you do your side, your back raises. And again, remember, sets of 6 and up to 6 sets of 6. If you're a beginner, maybe more towards 3 or 4 of your intermediate level, or you have lower level of flexibility. And if you're more experienced, good flexibility, you'll probably find a couple of those raises before a class, you're going to feel 100% right from the beginning to kick nice and high. Okay, the final raise we're going to do, we've done the front and the back raise, we're going to now do the side raise. Now this is one that will not go very high. I'm not particularly strong on this one. I'm going to have a look at this now as a useful technique to improve the strength and flexibility in side kicks, turning kicks, and actually in a lot of kicks like the crescent kicks as well. Let me show you we're going to show you from this position. Let's see if that makes it a little bit easier for you. I know we have the chair in the way, but you will better see my hips. So let me show you from here, and I'm also going to turn to the side so you can see me as well. This one now, what we do from here is we keep the feet together on this one, okay? And we're just going to basically lean back slightly, but the standing foot, must remain to the side, remain to the front. So it must remain like that as we take the leg out to the side, okay? What we mustn't do is try to get this foot to turn. It will end up too much like the back raise. So feet together. Now you're going to find the most common thing that people do is they turn and that foot starts to come up. Some gymnasts do that one. What we're going to aim to do from here is keep the feet together, and start nice and low, keep sideways on. It's not going to go very high. You're not going to be very flexible with this one. You actually see one or two kids going nice and high on this one, but very few. Okay, you need quite a high level of flexibility to go high. Not essential. We're going to do 6 raises outside, and obviously then 6 raises on the other side. Let me show you this here as we originally planned. So again, you're going to do 6 raises to the side there, keeping the foot sideways on. And then we're going to turn, we're going to keep the feet facing forward, lean back slightly on that side, and without hitting the chair, we're going to do 6 on that side. Now, for those that know me, who train with me, I've got arthritis in both hips. This one is particularly bad. This is a good stretch for me to do, but as you can see, I'm much lower on that side than I am on that side. Okay, so you can see where the arthritis is on that hip. So if you've got anything like that, do it nice and gently, do it nice and slowly. So what we've covered today in the raises is our front raise with feet together, the leg on in the inside here, going back, both legs straight, foot flat on the ground, 6 raises left and right, repeat that up to 6 times. We then worked with the feet together. You can bring the second hand in if you wish, and we're going to do the back raise, okay, which is things like back kick and side kick. And then from here, we did the side raise, taking the foot up to the side. You can see how my standing foot is facing forward, this foot is sideways, both legs straight, locked at the knees. And we do 6 each side again, up to 6 sets. Okay, as you get more experience of doing this, you're going to find you can do less and less sets. What you should hopefully find very quickly, your flexibility getting better, improving, your flexibility getting higher, less injury, should you get injury in warm-ups or in sessions, you're doing a lot of kicking, getting sore hips, sore legs, should avoid a lot more injury, should be able to kick higher, faster and stronger, and hopefully you're going to feel a lot better for doing it as well. How often should I do it? Well, ideally, as I was taught, every day. Okay, but certainly if you can get to practice those techniques a few times a week, it'll make a huge difference to your kicking skills. Thanks very much.